Today, we're talking about Rocket League mechanics, but not the flashy stuff you see in the montages. I'm breaking down the only 9 mechanics you need to rank up in 2025. The problem is you're not doing this stuff right now. If you're playing the game, but you're not seeing any progress, you are wasting your time on the wrong mechanics, but it's not your fault. I made this same mistake too. I spent 4,000 hours learning all the fancy stuff, yet I was still hard stuck. I realized the mechanics you see in YouTube shorts are not the mechanics that actually win games. If you want to rank up faster, what you need are the mechanics with the best value. These 9 are the ones that take the least time to learn, but have the biggest impact in ranked matches. But before you say, Luke, how do you know this stuff will work at my rank? I know this stuff works because it's what I do every day. I run the #1 coaching service in Rocket League called the Grand Champ Bootcamp. Between me and my team of pros, we coach hundreds of you guys every single month. So I know this stuff works at your rank. And to help you learn everything in this video even faster, I've created a full spreadsheet with all 9 mechanics broken down. For each mechanic, you'll find custom training packs, workshop maps, and a step-by-step progression path from beginner to advanced. Go to my free Discord and pull up the spreadsheet, so when you find the mechanic you want to learn, you're ready to jump in and follow the exact training routine I put together. I'll have this sheet first link at the top of my free Discord. Just click the first link below to pull it up and enjoy. Let's get started. Let me tell you something that most other content creators won't. There is a clear hierarchy to mechanics in Rocket League. Not all of them are created equal, and focusing on the wrong mechanics is the fastest way to stay hard stuck. I like to build training routines around 5 core mechanic types: dribbling, aerials, recoveries, shooting, and defense. These aren't just random categories. They're the fundamental pillars that every single rank up journey is built on. Now, if you were a training minimalist, you could probably do with just 1 mechanic from each of these categories. And if you chose well, you could build very solid car control. In fact, if you really wanted to, you could probably reach champ level with just these 5 mechanics. For dribbling, I would choose ball carries. Aerials, fast aerials. Recoveries, I would pick power slide landing and quick cuts. Shooting, I would choose power shots or basic clears. And finally, for defense, I would choose backward saves. Now, these mechanics are the foundation, but here's the hard truth. These basics alone will not get you to GC or SSL anymore. To build complete car control that can compete at the highest levels in 2025, we need to add some more advanced mechanics that fill the gaps these 5 leave behind. So let's start with the obvious: air dribbles. Although there is some aerial control involved in fast aerials, it's not enough to just do fast aerials to get to SSL anymore. To be honest with you, once you get to Diamond and Champ, you can't just slam the ball and hope for the best. If I've learned anything from coaching for the last 5 years, it's that the middle ranks of Rocket League are actually getting really good. Defenses are better, rotations are tighter, and players are fast to challenge. So if you want to get out of Diamond and Champ, you need to control the ball, not just hit it. This is where aerial control mechanics like air dribbles make you deadly. Now, some people, sadly not me, are genetically gifted and have naturally clean aerial control. But assuming you are not Zen or beast mode or one of the pro freaks of nature, air dribbles are gonna have to be something you practice. If you only have enough time to practice 1 air dribble, practice the wall to air dribble. They're easier to set up than ground air dribbles and more practical than ceiling shots. Master these first, and you'll always have an option when you get the ball with open space. However, as you climb to Grand Champ and space in ranked games gets limited, you'll need to learn what we call realistic air dribbles. These are your chip to air dribbles, your ground to air dribbles, and other awkward setups that happen naturally in game when defenders don't give you tons of space. On the ground to air dribble, you need to get a perfect first touch and takeoff in order to make it work. I used to struggle with this. I could only hit air dribbles in free play because I could never set them up in game. But my pro coach, Shock, who is now one of our coaches at the grandchampbootcamp.com, he actually made an in-depth explanation of how to get perfect first touches on these ground air dribbles. This was honestly the main reason I went from hardstuck GC1 to GC3. And so if you want the free guide, I will put the demo he literally sent to me when he was coaching me in that free training spreadsheet below. It'll be at the top of the free Discord. Click that if you want access. Of course, you've also got no direct shooting practice in our basic package. And let me be clear about something. Power shots alone will not get you past diamond. This is where air roll shooting comes in. Air roll shooting allows you to hit angles that would be impossible without it. The unpredictability it adds to your shots makes it essential to learn as soon as diamond. The beauty of mastering air roll shots is that they improve your touches from all around the field. That same control that allows you to place a top corner shot is the control that's going to allow you to get a booming clear, or a save, or a perfect pass. When you're able to control your car and meet the ball at any angle, you're no longer limited to just hitting it with whatever part of your car happens to be facing the ball. Air roll shots are the difference between diamond players who just slam the ball and champ and grand champ players who hit it with purpose. Let me be crystal clear about something. If you are still using standard air roll in 2025, you are playing a completely different game than everyone else at the high ranks. Directional air roll gives you access to movements, adjustments, and recoveries that are literally impossible with standard air roll. Think of it this way. Standard air roll is like trying to perform surgery with mittens on. You could kind of get the job done, but it's clumsy, imprecise, and takes way longer than it should. Directional air roll, on the other hand, gives you the equivalent of a surgeon's precision tools. My point is, this isn't about preference. Rocket League has moved forward, and if you want to compete at any decent level, you need directional air roll. But before you start running off and mindlessly spinning in free play, you need to understand what's actually happening to your car when you air roll. Most players, like you, fail because they never grasp these fundamentals. I don't have time to explain it all here, but I made a complete air roll guide. I'll link up here that you can go watch when you finish this. Finally, I would add speed flips, half flips, and wave dashes to my list. I know this is sort of a 3-in-1, but I think clean movement is really the linchpin of what makes complete car control. In fact, I think if you've got really good recoveries, you could probably get away with not having the other mechanics on this list, and you could still get grand champ. Sure, speed flips and half flips and wave dashes make you faster, but there's another crucial benefit that most low rank players completely ignore. Good use of recoveries, they actually help you conserve boost. Think of it like this. If you're really good at power slide cuts and air roll, yes, you'd be fast, but you would burn through your boost constantly. Speed flips, half flips, and wave dashes let you regain speed without depleting all your boost. This means if you can get good at these mechanics, you'll have more boost to make plays when it counts. So I would go for speed flips for fast kickoffs and fast forward momentum, half flips for quick 180-degree turn control, and wave dashes for gaining speed when you're going on and off the walls. These three mechanics alone will make you look like you're playing at 150% speed compared to your opponents. The player who gets to the ball first usually wins. It's that simple. So this is my short list of the 9 most important mechanics to learn first. I honestly think these are the mechanics that you cannot do without if you want complete car control. By all means, including more mechanics on top of these would be best, but I think these are the 9 that are the most essential. Now, it's definitely not advisable to only learn these 9 things, but if you did, I think you could still go pretty far. If you think I've left out any absolutely essential mechanics, then by all means, let me know. We can have a pleasant discussion in the comment section. And last but not least, join the free Discord to find teammates, get all my free packs and free courses, and rank up faster. See you later. That's me. Shout out Camille, the video guys. Camille, put something on screen. Tell the people where they should go follow you. I don't know. Twitter, Discord, OnlyFans? I don't know. I don't ask questions. Anyway, okay. All right. Too much coffee. I'm off. Bye.